All right, Bills Mafia. We are going to visit Atlanta tonight. Got about 45 minutes before kickoff. Apologize for the lateness of the video, but again, I've been under the weather the past couple of days and weekends, so going to give it to you down and dirty right now. Just go over some quick highlights. So again, playing Atlanta. Atlanta's sitting on a record of 2-4. They are 2-2. They're coming off a bye, so they've got 2 weeks of rest before they play us. The Bills, obviously, 4-1, coming off that terrible game at Highmark Stadium on Sunday Night Football. So our second primetime game this in the past 2 weeks back to back. Good news, well, semi good news. Inactives have come out. Basically, Curtis Samuel inactive, which I really don't care about because I think EJ Moore is a better player. I think we need to get him back on the field. I'm tired of seeing Curtis Samuel. Dalton Kincaid is out, got an oblique issue. He was questionable leading up to the game time decision, but he's out. We all know Matt Milano's out, Chase Lunt, and then Sorello's out. But Ed Oliver, Dorian Williams are going to play, so that's good news for us. We finally get our defensive line back at full strength. For the Falcons, Billy Bowman, Nathan Carter, McLeod, Phillips, and Jack Nelson are all out. So really this game comes down to, can the Bills offense put pressure on the Atlanta's offense? Basically, right now we're favorites, 60% win chance of winning based on what I've seen. Basically again, this really comes down to, can we slow down Bijan Robinson and that running attack in Atlanta? They're not great passing the ball there, but again, you don't really know which Atlanta team you're going to get. You got the one hand where they beat the Vikings, but then you get the other hand where they got blanked by Carolina. So it really depends on which team's going to show up tonight on how it does. Again, very scared. They've got a great running back. We struggle at stopping the run. The Bills do. Now, I mean, even when we had Mr. Ed Oliver playing for us against the Ravens. Now, these ain't the Ravens, but Bijan Robinson to me is got the potential to be an elite top 3 running back in the NFL. Again, I've been pounding the pavement for him in fantasy football, so we'll see how it goes there. Right now, we're 8th in passing yards. We average 241 passing yards a game. I think that number is inflated a little bit by what Josh did against the Ravens in Week 1. The passing game really hasn't been great for us over the past 5 games, other than that Week 1 game. But to be honest, we've leaned on the running game, which is one thing I think we got out of last week against the Patriots. We kind of played it in their hands by not letting Mr. James Cook go with the ball. We're second in rushing yards at 154 a game. So again, pound the rock. We average about 30 points a game. We're giving up 22.6 points a game. So we really our defense has just not been good this year at all for the Bills. Yeah. So and then on defense, after last week, basically. Let's see, where are we at here? We're giving up almost 300 yards a game. We're giving up about 154 passing yards a game. Really, I think that's just because teams can run us. So they're like, hey, we want to shorten the game. We want to keep the ball out of Josh Allen's hands. We want to keep that high-powered offense off the field. I know the Patriots didn't do great running the ball against us last week, but they did enough to where they kind of kept us at a bay. Plus, the 3 turnovers we had didn't help us out at all. And so, so just not doing great. Again, like I said, we're giving up 154 passing yards a game, but we're giving up almost 145 yards on the ground a game. Teams don't rush for you if the game's close, and the Bills have been playing in close games to where teams can just run the ball. We really need that offense to open up, put a couple touchdowns on the board, force Atlanta into a passing offense, not a running offense, because that's their strong suit there. I think the game will go a lot better for us. Atlanta, not great. They're averaging about 226 passing yards a game, which is 12th. But their rushing yards, they're 4th in the league with 136 yards a game, almost 140. So they like to run the ball in Atlanta. They're averaging though they've got a decent offense, they're only averaging 19 points a game, and they're giving up almost 22 a game. So, really not great there, but still gives reason to be concerned when you're looking at them offensively. They like to run the ball. So passing, they're giving them about 244 yards a game. So they've actually got the best passing defense in the NFL at 135 yards a game. The Bills are second with 154 yards a game. The difference between the two defenses is even the Bills are averaging that low because teams can run on us, and that's what they're choosing to do, and they're just dominating us, saying, hey, we're going to run the ball on your defense. You can't stop us. The Falcons, however, are only giving about 109 rushing yards on the ground on their defensively. So that's about middle of the pack for the league. I mean, you've got some outlanders there because you've got bye weeks and stuff like that. But yeah, they're about middle of the pack. But yeah, the Bills are almost dead last in the league. The only two teams worse than the Bills in rushing defense are the Bears and the Dolphins. Then it's the Bills. We're down there with the Bengals, the Cowboys, the Bears, and the Dolphins as the worst rushing defenses in the league, which is absolutely terrible. Points per game, looks like we're about middle of the pack. Actually, it's funny, we're giving up about a full point, a point more than Atlanta is. Again, points per game, we're right there. The only difference is we actually score some points on offense, where the Atlanta Falcons struggles to. I did notice, let's see, yeah, so Allen obviously is leading the Bills in passing. Michael Pinks is leading the Falcons in passing. He's only got 3 touchdowns on the year with 3 interceptions. Josh has got 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Cook's got 450 rushing yards with 5 touchdowns. Mr. Bijan Robinson has 314 on 64 carries. He's got 1 touchdown. Our leading receiver is out, which is Dalton Kincaid, 20 catches for 3 touchdowns and 287 yards. Their leading receiver is Bijan Robinson with 18 receptions, 207 yards, and 1 touchdown. So you can tell they don't have a lot of passing weapons. I think Mr. Kyle Pitts, the tight end for Atlanta, he's been banged up a little bit. Defensively, they do have a good pass defense. AJ Terrell, their great corner, should play. He's got some hammy issues, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this is really I forget what the Bills were favored by in this game. 4.5 point spread. Makes me really nervous because our offense has struggled the past couple of weeks, and our defense, again, this is kind of the teams that we struggle against. Run the ball, play good pass defense, and kind of let Josh, see if Sugar High Josh shows back up. So game does kick off at 6:15, like I said, in about the next 45 minutes or so. We'll see how it goes for us. Again, I am super nervous about this. Again, we haven't played good football at all this season, and all our wins are against cupcakes. Even the Baltimore Ravens are looking terrible, right? Even though the win we had in Week 1 looking like a great win, the Ravens are now 1-5. Though they were fully healthy when we beat them, still are 1-5. So to be honest, we haven't beat a winning team this year. The only team that we played that was 500 ball was the New England Patriots, and they beat us at our hometown on Sunday Night Football when we needed to make a statement. So kind of nervous about this one. Like I said, looking at the Falcons though, they've had some bad losses, but they've had some decent wins. Where are we at? I'm sorry, guys. Like I said, I haven't been feeling well. Basically, yeah. So they lost to the Buccaneers by a field goal. Should have beat the Buccaneers probably, but lost by a field goal there. Then they came out and whooped up on the Vikings at their place. Then they lost. Then they got blanked by the Panthers 30-0, which was lost the farm on that bet. And then they came out and scored 34 on Washington. Gave up 27, but scored 34. So this is their first, I'd say, real test. They had, the only other team they played with a winner that was, I would say, a solid, legitimate playoff contender would be the Buccaneers. Everybody else, I think, and Jaden Daniels wasn't playing in that Commanders game when they beat them there. So we'll have to see how it goes. For predictions, I'm gonna keep it low this game. I'm gonna say 27-21 Bills. That should get us over the point spread. But again, if you watch my prediction video, I did not. I took the Bills to win, but I did not take them to cover the spread. I know that's going counterintuitive to what I just said, 27-21. But I really want to think that Josh is going to come out a little angry. The team's going to come out a little hyped up. Hopefully, Joe Brady calls a better game. He seems to have a great script in the first quarter, have a great script at the end of the game, but the second and third quarter, he just comes out like garbage. The third quarter last week against the Patriots, when we came out after halftime, that was probably the best I've seen us come out of halftime looking. We went right down the field, scored a touchdown, but then we just gave it right back to the deal because our defense couldn't stop anybody. Hopefully, Babbage can figure out something to do. We got to figure out something with Tre'Davious White. The man can't cover anybody. Love him to death. He was a great time Bill, but we've got to do something with him. I didn't see Jordan Poyer get activated for this game. I'm glad to see Jordan Hancock get on the field. I really want to see him play. I wouldn't be opposed by the end of the season. Hancock's our full-time free safety. Cole Bishop's our strong safety, and then basically Taylor Rapp slides back to that third safety position where he's kind of doing that dime cover stuff that he was doing, that he was so good at the last year that Poyer and Hyde were together. But again, we've really got to do something with Tre'Davious White. He's just not getting it done out there as the number 2 corner. Hopefully Harrison can come back soon. Hopefully Dorian Strong can come back from his neck injury. And then don't forget, basically, I think, this is the last week that Hawk and Larry are on suspension, so we'll be getting those guys back with TJ Sanders going out on IR. DeMar Hamlin, great story, but again, he's a special teamer. I ain't really worried about him playing. His limitations as a starting safety in the NFL have been exposed. He needs to be a spot player. He does not need to be on the field for starter reps. I'm sorry, he just can't get it done. So hopefully he gets healthy, gets well. Nice boost for the team again. We love Lamar, number 3, all that jazz, but he does not need to be a starter. So I'm kind of glad they're letting Jordan Hancock get on the field today and make some plays. So hopefully Ed Oliver can come back off his rest and kind of continue what he did in week 1. So that's where we're at. Bills Mafia again. I know this is a terrible video. I was all over the place a little bit, but like I said, I wasn't feeling well for the past week, so just wanted to get something out there real quick before the game starts and give you my predictions. So hopefully we're having a happy victory Tuesday tomorrow, and we get to wear our shirts and everything's right with the world. We're back to 5-1 because I believe if we lose this game, we actually slide to second place in the AFC East. Which is not good because I know the number 1 seed in the AFC right now is the Colts, continuing on their streak at 5-1 after that win against the Raiders. So we need this win tonight to stay pace with the Colts and put a little distance between us and the Patriots now that they have a tiebreaker over us at our hometown. Especially not feeling good about going to play New England at New England later on in the season. So all right, Bills win 27-21. Josh has a get-right game. Cook goes off for 100 yards. Ed Oliver's going to get 2 sacks. And the defense is going to come up with 2 turnovers. So we'll see how we did on my predictions. And again, go do good, be good, go Bills. Talk to you later.